Hello everyone, welcome back to another session. Today we're going to talk about branding. This is one of my favorite topics, although I'm not a branding expert, but I have to say that this is a very interesting topic because branding is something that could literally change and scale a brand from 0 to 100 or vice versa. Opening sign, and here we go. So, thank you for being with me today. If you can, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can see more videos coming up soon, more information about moms and pop stores. This is Retail Empire channel, the one and only channel that I know or that I could find that is talking openly about each and every topic in the retail space. Retail is something that is not spoken on many places. A lot of experts are teaching or educating via a course or academy, which is fine. By the way, we also have an academy of ourselves. We have a mini course of only $109. You can see it in the comments. There's a link, but the big difference in here is that if you sign up to that course, you're gonna be able to drop us an email and we send you a free 100 email contacts of relevant buyers from your specific category. It doesn't matter what your category is. You just tell us your category, you choose any subcategory you want as well, and we hit you with 100 contacts to your email. So, that is said, let's dive into branding. What is so special about branding? What is branding? So, there's a lot of ways, I think, to define what branding is. But eventually, a branding, to my understanding and my point of view, is the language of the brand. It's just a language. The same way we have English or any other language where we're using 20, 22, 24 letters to combine different words, and we use the same words to combine different meanings and different sentences. That's the same thing that we're doing in branding. And what do I mean by that? If you look at the brand, and let's say that the brand is eco-friendly products brand, okay? Most of the cases you will notice that they are choosing green and gray colors. The reason why they choose green is because people tend to identify green color with eco-friendly products. And the reason why people tend to like gray when it comes to eco-friendly products is because gray is like a symbol for a cardboard that is not painted, meaning there was no extra material used while manufacturing the product. That's the reasons, at least that I know. And you could look at this in a few different sections. For example, if you walk into a store that is dedicated for kids' toys, you will notice that there are dominating 3 or 4 colors. I think it's red, blue, yellow, and another one. Okay? I don't think you're gonna see purple. You won't see pink, but you are going to see the same 3 or 4 colors in different variations and different combinations. And the reason, to my knowledge, is that years ago, I'm talking about decades ago, there were studies that was testing what type of colors and color combination are more applying and appealing to kids under 12, 13. Okay? And that's why most of the toys brands are using the same colors but just different variations. And I'm talking mainly about flash toys and plastic toys. Now when it comes to food, the difference is very clear. These are different colors and it depends what type of food. Again, you can say it in few factors. Eventually, if you know how to do your branding properly, you're gonna have an opportunity when you present your brand to buyers. And I did have a session about buyers. If you haven't seen that session, you're most welcome to take a quick look and check our Moms and Pop Stores Academy right here on my YouTube channel, and you will see everything that talks about how to find a buyer in the easiest and fastest way. Okay, now when I serve my brand to a buyer, eventually I want something very, very clear. I want my brand to shine on top of the other brands. When I'm saying other brands, I want you to understand a buyer and the small ones having like yearly budget of $1 million to $2 million, and the medium big ones could have 10, 20, and even $50 million budget on one table. Yes, they have buyer assistant, they have a team, they have GMM, which is the general manager, merchandise manager, which is on top of all the buyers, but eventually there's budget, which is quite big for one person or two or three of them, and they are deciding. And for that reason, they are probably seeing hundreds, if not thousands, of brands every month, and they have to decide. So if you want to be the one with the brand that is going to be pulled from the list of brands and shown to the team and be discussed in terms of, is this something we want to bring to the stores or not, you have to shine on top of them. And to shine, you need to have, first of all, a very good branding. Now, branding, to my understanding and my point of view, and I've been talking about this with a couple of different companies during the years, how to do proper branding, what buyers are expecting, what branding is convincing when it comes to the shelf, to the actual brick and mortar store. And we all agreed that eventually one of the most important keys is the colors. Yes, the colors. And that's because, and I'm checking my computer because I'm gonna share with you some links today. So the colors is very important, and that's because the colors have to match your category and subcategory. Okay, you can quickly find the answers to that if you look at different directories via Google that are talking about products per color. If you look at, for instance, if you look at McDonald's, and let's say you're driving the highway, okay, and from a very far point, you're gonna see something blur, but it's red and yellow. You're gonna identify that as a McDonald's, although you will not even be able to see at that point the M, okay, the McDonald's M. But still, you're gonna identify because of the color. And why, to my opinion, they choose red and yellow is because red applies to meat and yellow to cheese. So I don't eat cheeseburger, but this is part of the menu at McDonald's. And if you are liking that cheeseburger, then it's absolutely yours. To my personal taste, the fish is better. But anyway, colors. So with every section that you choose for your products, kitchen, toys, apparel, whatever it is, technology, outdoor, indoor products, home appliance, there's certain colors that match the category. That's a very important point, but you can find tons of information how to match colors. And by the way, if you already did those colors decisions, it doesn't mean anything because you can always easily change, especially in our days where you have, so many the good designers out there that can change from really change it 100% from corner to corner, all your entire colors and branding in your website. It's not a big deal, but do keep in mind that the colors that you're choosing, they have to be implemented both on your website, your catalog, and your packaging. Yes, I know when it comes to the packaging, it's a little bit more complicated, and it's complicated because it's not just changing colors with coding and everything on whatever Shopify, WordPress site that you have. It's a bit more complicated. You have to go back to the manufacturer and check and see and change and everything. I understand that, but if your colors are matching and the packaging looks good and it is with matching colors, then you will need to change the catalog and the website. Okay. Now, one of the most critical thing is your website, because this is probably the second or even first thing that the buyer is going to see. They're going to open your email, which is the first thing they see, and they either read what you're writing, and we spoke about it in previous session, how to properly craft the right email to moms and pop stores, buyers, but eventually you want to share with them a link either to your catalog or to your website. And if it is the website, then you have to keep in mind that your website have to be sharp and pitched. Okay, it has to look absolutely perfect. Now allow me to share with you something pretty cool about websites and home pages. So here is a first example that I wanted to share with you. Here is the Here is the first example I wanted to share with you. So this is Dolce & Gabbana, we all know them. If I scroll down a little bit, boom, you see there's a white color on the top. If I scroll up, the color disappears. Now the reason for that, to my understanding, is because they choose black and white as an entire language of their website. And black and white, obviously, it might change. You know, it's Dolce & Gabbana after all, and I don't expect any small brand to have such a sharp branding like Dolce & Gabbana, but I'm just saying that they choose the colors and it's pretty simple. Another very good idea of what to do with your website is right here. This is a brand that we used to work with a couple of years ago, and look at how they present their products. The first thing you see in their homepage is how their flashlight looks like from the inside. What's the attributes? And you know what? Even if you don't understand the attributes or anything from this video, you still see a flashlight and you still see that this is a very well made video, or should I say 3D rendering. And doing such a rendering on top of your homepage is really something that is cool and is really applying and appealing to the buyers in terms of considering your brand. Now, you might think that is costly, but it's totally not. Creating 3D rendering in nowadays is super simple. You can use Fiverr, you can use Upwork, and you can easily find, talented guys, girls that could make it for you for a couple of bucks. It's not really costly, okay? And it doesn't matter what product you use, even if you're using whatever. Let's say you're using just lunch boxes, okay? So you might think, oh, what is it with lunch boxes that I can present here? There's nothing I can show here. No, that's not true. You can show a lot of things. Now let me take you to another video, which is not 3D rendering, but belongs to another brand that I was looking at a couple of days ago. And here there's no rendering, but as you can see, these products are simple, but they just made cool when they are presented this way. It's a very cool video to see. And I cannot enjoy looking at it because it's really, really nice, cool, and delivering the message. The message is not only the product, the message is that, hey, we have branding, we know the language, we know what we're doing, and we are investing in what we're doing. We're not just, putting a logo on a product, producing it somewhere in Asia, and delivering to a warehouse in USA. No, we are building a real brand here. This is what this video is saying, okay? And this is one of the most important parts when you are presenting something to a buyer. Now, the last but not least topic about branding for today, and there's gonna be more sessions about branding, but this is quite a huge topic, and I do plan to bring some branding expert to this YouTube channel. So the last topic for today is all about social media. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when you have colors and language, you want to use it with your catalog, with your packaging, and with your website. But you also want to use it on social media. Now, nobody expects you to have 500,000 or even 100,000 followers in order to take you to the stores. As much traffic as you could deliver on social media would be very efficient and good for the buyers to consider your brand as something that is considered bonus. Why bonus? Because from their perspective, sometimes they believe, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they believe, and I've seen that in a lot of emails with them, they believe that good social media could drive a lot of traffic to their stores, not only to their marketplaces or yours, okay? And because of that, they appreciate social media. So let's say that you are doing kitchen items. If you're doing kitchen items, I think, just as an example, that the best thing to do is create good recipes and short video with how to use those recipes with your products, and then expose them on social media, create specific groups for them, and then add a coupon code to purchase that product that you've just seen in the video for whatever, discount percentage or something like that. This is just a general idea. You could do it with any product at a lot of different directions, but eventually creating social media, even if it's not that strong, is very important because this is showing that your brand is being taken seriously. Okay. Again, this is the last topic for today about branding, but not last in general because there's gonna be more session about branding. So thank you so much for listening. Have a good one and see you soon.
Retail wins again.
A fun upbeat.
Blue walking in the store. What do I see? Amazon brands right in front of me. Shelf so stocked, yeah, looking so fly. From click to cart to real life buy. Ding ding, another sale today. Retail wins, hip hip hooray. From online hustle to aisle display, brick and mortar's here to stay.
Another retailer would say, oh, this is a perfect time. Can I see samples and pricing, please? It's as simple as that. So for that,
Ding ding, another sale today. Retail wins, hip hip hooray. From online hustle to aisle display, brick and mortar's here to stay.
It's bigger when it comes to change, but the workload is bigger as well. That's number one. Number two.